Edgar Wright's use of music in Baby Driver is truly mesmerizing. Baby Driver, starring Ansel Elgort, Lily James, Kevin Spacey, Jon Hamm, Eiza Gonzales, Jamie Foxx, and directed by Edgar Wright. Baby Driver is a fast-paced action love story. Ansel Elgort plays the title character of Baby, who is a wheelman for Doc's, Kevin Spacey's character's, criminal endeavors. Baby is a reluctant accomplice who's only driving to pay back a debt he owes to Doc. He wants to escape his life of crime, and when he meets Deborah, a waitress at his favorite diner, it only reinforces his desire to go straight. The movie is a fun, enjoying time with great action car chases, a sweet love story, and incredible usage of music. Baby Driver opens with a truly phenomenal and funny action car chase. It instantly makes Baby a likable character, and Ansel Elgort is fantastic in the title role. He sells the performance every minute he is on screen. Wright gives subtle hints even in the first scene that Baby doesn't necessarily want to be driving a getaway car. He still does his job and does it in spectacular fashion. The first chase scene sets the pace for the movie. The other subsequent action set pieces ramp up until the crazy over-the-top last job the crew takes on. If I have one complaint for the film, it's that the ending is too crazy and the story loses a little focus at the end. The ending seemed rushed from how the rest of the film was paced. This complaint aside, the action at the end of the film was fantastic. The action in the movie was shot in a way to never lose the audience, and you are always aware of what is happening in the sequence. At times, the action is seat-gripping and gets your heart pumping. Edgar Wright's use of music during these scenes heightens the tension, and he did a masterful job of weaving the music into each piece of action. The action of the movie drives the film, but the performances and characters hold it together. Jamie Foxx plays a fantastic, unhinged criminal named Bats. The lines he delivered before each job were a thought-provoking insight into his character. It was an interesting way for Bats to ramp up for the job, but makes sense on a psychological level. It's these little subtleties which always make Edgar Wright films a joy to watch. Doc is also a more complex character than on the surface. He brings his nephew on a scouting mission, and he seems to genuinely care for the kid. He also performs some actions toward the end which expand upon his character, but this wasn't developed enough to be completely believable. I have a feeling there are some more scenes between Baby and Doc left on the cutting room floor, which might better explain Doc's actions at the end. Jon Hamm and Eiza Gonzales are great together in the film, and while I would have liked just a bit more development in their relationship, it worked overall and served the story's purpose. The main love story in the film between Baby and Deborah was believable due to the chemistry between Elgort and James. Sparks were flying between them in multiple scenes, and Wright did a masterful job in heightening the chemistry with his shot selection. All of the characters in the film are interesting and fun, like in most Edgar Wright films. My only complaint for the film is towards the end of the movie. It went just a little too over the top for my taste, and some of the actions by the characters were rushed. The film does slow down in between the action set pieces, but I like the pacing of the film. If Wright would have developed more of the characters, the pacing would have grounded to a halt. I have a feeling there are many deleted scenes for the movie, some involving Kevin Spacey, and I'm guessing Jon Bernthal had more than his initial scene in the first of the film. I could see some criticizing the movie as being too far-fetched, but I thought it worked for the tone established. The story wasn't supposed to be overly believable, and I loved the mix of fun action and characters. If the end would have pulled back just a hair on all of its action, it would have been nearly perfect. Baby Driver is a fun movie with more subtle complexity that is noticed after you sit and think about it for a while. I love that the film had consequences for its characters. It's a movie that can be enjoyed just about by anyone because of its fun action and interesting characters. Edgar Wright delivered another fantastic film and proved he can direct compelling action. Baby Driver is well worth seeing in the theaters. Go out and support an original story and film if you're tired of all the sequels. It's the only way to guarantee more of them. Comment and let me know what you thought of Baby Driver if you've seen it. Who is your favorite or least favorite character? If you haven't seen it, let me know what your favorite Edgar Wright film is. Like, share, subscribe, and all that fun stuff. Thanks for watching.